Hello, I just went to a Magic pre-release yesterday, and it is for Shadows over Innistrad, and I won a couple of booster packs, so I'm going to open them for you guys. So, let's start with our first booster pack. See what we got. Alright, so our first card is Angelic Purge. So, you have two. It's a 3 mana, it's a sorcery, and you sacrifice a permanent and then exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment. So that's going to be pretty good, but I'm probably not going to use it in a deck. Next we got Press for Answers. Tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. And then Investigate, which is one of the new abilities. You get to put a clue token onto the battlefield. A clue token is a colorless artifact that it costs 2 to sacrifice it, and then you get to draw a card. And then we have Inquisitor's Ox. So this has Delirium, which is another one of the new abilities. If you have 4 or more types of cards in your graveyard, so like instant, sorcery, artifact, enchantment, if you have all of those, then it gets a special ability. And this ability is that it gets +1/+0 and Vigilance. So this is pretty good. Now we got Stallion of Ashmouth. It is a 3/3 and it also has Delirium. And for 1 colorless and 1 black mana, it gets +1/+1 until the end of the turn. That's its Delirium ability. Alright, and we got Explosive Apparatus, which is a 1 mana for an artifact, and 3 tap it, and you sacrifice it, and it deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Alright, we also get Intrepid Provisioner. It has Trample, and when it enters the battlefield, another target human gets +2/+2 until the end of the turn. So, that's okay. Throttle, 5 mana, target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of the turn. It's an okay card. Hey, Sanguinary Mage. This card had been in my deck at the pre-release, so I know how to use it. It's a 1/2 for a 1/3 with Prowess, so that's pretty good. Stoic Builder, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to return target land card from your graveyard to your hand. It's a 2/3 for 3 mana, so that's a pretty good thing. It's a pretty good card. This one is Moonlight Hunt, 2 mana, so that you can choose target creature you don't control. Each creature you control that's a wolf or a werewolf deals damage equal to its power to that creature. This is going to be good in either a wolf or a werewolf deck, so if I make one of those, that's going in there. We got Compelling Deterrence. 2 mana to return a non-land permanent to its owner's hand, then that player discards a card if you control a zombie. So, it's an okay card. Then we have Ulrich's Kindred. It's a wolf, 3 for a 3/2 wolf with Trample, and if you tap 4, 3 colorless and 1 green, target attacking wolf or werewolf gains indestructible until the end of the turn. That's pretty good. Oh, we got a mythic rare! Mythic rare! Look at it. It's so cool. Wow. It is Sigarda Heron's Grace. For 5 mana, it's flying. You and humans you control have hexproof. 2, exile a card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield. This is awesome. If I ever make a green and white human-ish deck, then I'm putting that in there. We got Skin Invasion. 1 for Enchant Creature. Enchanted creature attacks each combat if able. When enchanted creature dies, return Skin Invasion to the battlefield transformed under your control. This had really messed up my game in one of my. It had basically really messed up one of my creatures, who was my best creature in one of the games that I played. It turns into Skin Shredder, which is a 3/4 insect horror. So this is a great card. This is going to go probably into my control deck. Then I got my island for my land, and a 2/2 wolf token. Alright, so that's it for that pack. I got some pretty good cards in there. Let's get to the next pack. Alright. Oh, Madness. Now I get to talk to you about Madness. Alright, we got Just the Wind. Sorry if you can't see it. It is 2 for an instant. Return target creature to its owner's hand. It has Madness. Madness is one of the really cool new abilities. So if you're discarding a card, like if one of your cards has also discard a card, or one of your opponents wants you to discard a card, you can just discard this card, but then you can play it right away for its Madness cost. Sorry. Sorry for that. Its Madness cost is even less. So this ability is something that you can use really well if you have a couple of creatures with really low Madness costs for better creatures. And also if you have some low cost things that also need to discard stuff, and then you also have Madness creatures, then that can be really helpful. Cathar's Companion. It is 3 for a 3/1, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gains indestructible until the end of the turn, so that's pretty good. Loam Dryad, and we got, it's 1 for a 1/2, and you tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, so that's pretty cool. Alright, then we got Strength of Arms, 1 mana, it's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If you control an equipment, then put a 1/1 white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield. This is actually this is a pretty cool card. I feel like they want you to make human decks. Like, there are a couple cards with human-specific abilities, so I don't know. That might be good. Magmatic Chasm. It's 2 for sorcery. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. So I guess that's good if you have like some sort of flying deck. Then you get Twins of Mar Estate. This is one of those that I used in my deck for its Madness cost. I used it in conjunction with some discarding cards, and it's really good because it's only 3 for a 3/5 if you use its Madness cost. Then we have Insolent Neonate. Yeah. 1 for a 1/1 with a 1/1 vampire, but it has Menace, which means it can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Discard a card and sacrifice this, and then draw a card. So that's going to be one of your abilities that you want to use only if you have Madness. Alright, Aim High. 2 for an instant, untapped target creature, gets +2/+2 and reach until the end of the turn. So this is going to be good whenever you need to block something that is not fun. Lightning Axe. This is another one that I used especially for its discarding. 1 for as an additional cost to play Lightning Axe, discard a card or pay 5. I normally discard a card, but with Madness. And then it deals 5 damage to target creature. So this is a pretty good card if you're just looking to deal a lot of damage to creatures. Humble the Brute. This is 5 mana for an instant. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, and then Investigate, which is one where you put the clue token onto the battlefield to sacrifice to draw a card. And then we got a Skeleton Key. This I have seen used against me. 1 mana, and equip 2. The equipped creature has Skulk, and whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. If so, discard a card. Oh, wow. This one is, I don't know. This could either be really good or really bad. It's Confirmed Suspicions for 5. Counter target spell, then investigate 3 times. So you get to put 3 of those clue artifacts. So, I don't know. This could do really well or do really horribly in a deck. And then we have Thraben Gargoyle. 1 for a 2/2 with Defender, and then 6 to transform it. And then it turns into Stone Wing Antagonizer, which is a 4/2 with flying. So, I don't know. that seems like it could be a good card. Alright, now we have another rare, which is a transforming card. Elusive Tormentor. 4 for a 4/4. 1, discard a card, transform it. Then it turns into Insidious Mist. So that sounds very scary. Ooh, Mist. But has hex. It's a 0/1 with hexproof and indestructible. It can't block and it can't be blocked. But whenever it attacks, if it isn't blocked, you may pay 3. If you do, transform it. So I don't know. This sounds like a pretty weird card. I guess you could. This would be good with +1/+1 counters on it, especially. But also if you're just trying to use some madness abilities. Alright, so we got one of these double-sided token things, and we got a clue token. So that's what I got. It's pretty good stuff, and there's some really cool new abilities in Innistrad. I think it's going to be a pretty good set. Alright, see you guys later.